Well, hello and welcome to a new series that we are introducing, which is going to happen every single month. And I would love to introduce you now to my dearest and my most treasured collaborator, which is Paula, and she's the founder and creative design lead at Landed Agency, and it's a brand and social media strategist. And she's also the designer who's worked with more than 25 brands and has more than 4 years of experience. She's very passionate about branding and community building, and she challenges herself to give the better version of who she is. And that's actually what she does for my business as well. She loves strategy and creativity, and she's always in the forefront with what is happening and what is working for her clients on social media and branding. So, with further ado, let's welcome, please, Paula from Landed Agency. Thank you. So, Paula from Landed, I am so excited that you're here. This is
Yay!
so fun, and this is going to be a different kind of series that we're going to be doing every single month to give you all the tips and tricks and trends about social media advertising and marketing and branding with the most wonderful Landed Branding. Paula, yay!
Yay! I'm so glad I'm here.
Yeah, I'm so
This
okay.
has been this has been like we talked about this so many times.
I
So,
know.
yay.
Many of you don't know, but this is my Paula. This is my creative brain behind our social media, our designs. So, Paula, we've been working already for 2 years, I think,
Yes.
right? So this has been a journey. She has put up with me because sometimes I go like, I don't like this. And she's like, okay. And she's so pleasing. And I love it. And I love it. So thank you so much for being here, for being part of our team, being so encouraging and motivating. And oh, what else can I tell you? I can tell you so many things, but honestly, yes. So
Let's dive in.
let's dive in. Okay. So the first question that I would love to address with Paula here is, what are the most significant marketing trends in to watch out like right now in February in terms of advertising, social media and brand building? And let's just dig into that and see what Paula has to say.
So there are about six. I mean, there are a lot of
Yeah.
trends right now, but I think we can highlight six of them that are like super important.
Mm.
One of them being AI, because it's just been blowing up with ChatGPT in like November 2022. And then other creators started developing AI through the OpenAI API.
Yeah.
And for example, they created ChatSonic because if you don't know, ChatGPT is has information until 2021. So ChatSonic, for example, is the same thing
I
but with
love that.
updated.
I love that when you said that to me, I was like, "Oh, that's genius." I bet not many people actually do know this. And
Yeah.
and if you want fresh AI, don't go there.
Yeah.
Don't go
It's
there.
super good.
Yeah.
And then we have like this week, two of the biggest companies in the world, Google and Microsoft, launched their own AIs. If
Right.
you don't know, Microsoft is the biggest investor for OpenAI. So they
Mhm.
integrated Bing, their own search engine,
Yeah.
with ChatGPT. And then Google launched Bard, which is the same thing.
It's
So
it's the
we've
new one,
seen,
right?
yeah. So
Oh,
we're
wow. So
seeing
what
a
is
lot
that?
of
How is
companies.
that spelled? BAR?
BARD.
BARD. Okay.
Yeah.
BARD is the new hot trend for AI. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're seeing a lot of AI content
Hmm.
and a lot of AI tools. And whilst AI can replace originality, creativity, leadership, all that,
Hmm.
what it can do is kind of like compensate. So the things that you cannot do, AI can help you out and sort of improve your skills in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. I mean, I would love us. I'm gonna do definitely an episode on this because I talk so much about messaging, and I know a lot of marketers are using it for their messaging and
Yeah.
copywriting. So I want to dedicate a special episode just for this because there's certain things, and I don't want to go into length into that, but there are certain things that, yeah, some things it can help, but you gotta tweak what's inside. You can't use it as it is because, anyways, I don't want to go into that because I
No,
want to
like
save it for the.
there are jobs right now, like
Mm,
freelancers are going into proofreading for AI content, and that's like a
imagine.
new service that's been
Okay.
up and coming. So who knows? You might
Who
get a
knows?
job with AI. So,
You imagine? Oh my God. Like, yeah, I'm going to dissect AI.
but those are the new jobs. So who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah.
Another trend that we're seeing, and we've been seeing it
Hmm.
for about 1, 2 years, is
Hmm.
UGC creators. Right now, we have this trend on TikTok that's de-influencing, which is influencers often recommend a lot of products and recommend a lot of things, and the over consumerism that's been happening on TikTok, like there's even a hashtag TikTok made me buy it. It's been
Hmm.
too much and people have too many products that they don't use. So
Oh,
they're
that's very true.
de-influencing. And with UGC creators, what you have is kind of the same thing, but they don't
Hmm.
have to post on their own socials. They just post for the brands. So it's very lucrative. You don't even need followers to be a UGC creator. You just need to know how to record content and
Right, right.
yeah,
So that is called UDC,
user generated content.
user generated content. Okay, for those that don't understand this, I'll make sure that we have it in the description at some point.
Yeah, it's
I'm like,
very much
this is all
today's
new to me, guys. So, I mean, I'm also learning today, and we're going to be doing this monthly. So, this is going to be a lot of knowledge and wisdom happening. What else do we have around the corner that is happening?
YouTube Shorts
Oh,
has
yeah.
been popping off, taking off. They recently introduced their monetization to the whole world, so it
Mhm.
started in February 1st.
Mhm.
But what people don't know is there are two types of things that are happening with the YouTube Partner Program, the YPP. Is there's one for monetization, so you need to have 1,000 subs plus either 4,000 watch hours, so like
Mhm.
the long format in 12 months, so like
Yep.
it has a limit, or it's 1 million shorts in the last 90 days. So it's a very short timeline, but shorts get bigger views kind of thing.
Well, I was telling you yesterday in our yesterday was it? Yeah, it was
Yes.
yesterday in our meeting that we had just posted one the day before, and it was already 1,200. And yeah,
Yeah.
and we posted yesterday one about our podcast,
Hmm.
a very the short one that we put on Instagram, and that already has 100 and something. So it's growing a lot faster
Hmm.
there than it is on even on Instagram. And the thing is
Hmm.
that what we had stopped for more than a year on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't care. They
No.
just, that's the beauty about YouTube, is that a lot of people get caught up. I'm like, oh, it's so complicated. No, really. If you're creating reels or TikToks, you take away the watermark and upload it as a short, and that's it. And be sure that you have a catchy title. That is it.
Hmm.
Like something that people would actually go on Google or search for, and you make that keyword title, very specific, and with a lot of intention, of course. We use TubeBuddy because TubeBuddy already gives you all the information that it will say, oh, this will rank very well on your channel. So be sure to, this is very, very good, or this is very, very excellent. So we
This is
use
not
that,
affiliated or
and it's
anything.
not
They're not
affiliated. Yeah.
sponsors.
I mean,
But
I mean, I
buddy, if
wish.
you want to sponsor,
TubeBuddy, if you want. And I knew a lady that she did all the tutorials for TubeBuddy. She
hmm
was in one of my trainings, and she worked for TubeBuddy. So yes, that's for sure something that you should all try and check out, and try to to find another way to be found. I think that is
yeah.
what is good about shorts, is that maybe you have a longer videos, so you take them afterwards to your long form videos. So
hmm
we're not doing it right now because I don't have long form videos, but the recommendation is that you should be actually create be creating like one end screen, which is more than enough, where you should be taking people into your long form video. And that could be a tutorial, it could be a conversation, it could be tips, it could be lifestyle, it could be anything about your business, even a behind the scenes, it doesn't matter. So as long as you have, remember, we have to hook them, and then we have to give them a call to action. So that's what something that I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing about the YouTube Partner program is they're introducing fund funding. So it's kind of like Patreon or the all the gated content that I'll be talking about later. But they're introducing like benefits, exclusive updates, support from the fans. You can earn money from people.
Mm,
So they're kind of getting on the bandwagon of all the other social media platforms where they give money to creators
yeah.
for posting content. So that's
I
cool.
think that most people forget, and that YouTube is the second place that is most searched
hmm
after Google. Even if
Well,
people
they're Google.
are saying, even if Google is, if even if people are saying that Google is, nobody's searching on Google, people are finding their stuff on TikTok and on Instagram, and they're not searching there. Some people do. And
Yeah,
that is the second place where you actually do look for things that you want to learn on. So I don't know. I just think that if this is the biggest one and it's owned by the other big one,
yeah. I
it
mean,
doesn't
TikTok
make
is
any
pretty
sense that
big,
you would
and
not be there.
TikTok is pretty big, and people do use it as a search engine now, in a way. But obviously, YouTube is kind of like the OG, and there are a lot of people that didn't transition from YouTube to other platforms for video. And since it's the OG for video, they just stayed there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that don't even have TikTok, but they watch shorts, which is for me, it's kind of surreal because I'm like, they're the same thing.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I also think that is generational as well.
hmm
And it's cultural as well. So it depends where you live, depends what you usually do, or who in your age, how you're going to be searching. So this is more for your age, because Paula is very young. This is more for her age that do search
Gen
on
Z.
TikTok. Gen
I'm Gen
Z,
Z.
yeah, yes, not even millennial. Oh my god.
No, I'm millennial. I'm like in the middle.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
the member of the Black Eyed Peas. Is what they say.
Okay, what
Um,
else do we have that could say that, what else is there? Or shall we move to the next question? Whatever you want.
no, I have more. In terms of branding, because we are talking a lot about social media and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of trends in branding too. And one of them in particular is back in 2018, 2016, there was kind of like a wave of minimalism in logos, and all the brands started minimalizing their logos and making them very simple. Like I don't know, Facebook, everybody did it. And now it's changing back, and we're going back
Retro.
to
We're going retro, baby.
not retro, but kind of like classic, like
Mm.
their own thing. And we recently, I think this week, we had the Burberry rebrand,
Hmm.
and they went back to who they
To
were.
basics.
And they obviously they changed up kind of like the illustrations to make it a little bit more modern and
Hmm.
more aesthetic, but it's the same illustration. It has the same things, and it's using a very, I think it's sans serif for their logo, and the imagery and everything. It just feels very luxury.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's cool that brands are going back to those type of logos.
Well, yeah, I mean, uplifting a logo, a brand
Hmm.
that it it gives a reference to the back to before, right? But it's
Hmm.
still very current.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is, I think, the key when if you are thinking of rebranding your logo or doing anything like that, be mindful that sometimes maybe what you had before it's not that bad, but you just have to like polish a little bit the
Hmm.
logo. Yeah.
Because I'm a brand designer, I don't ever suggest following trends
Mm.
for branding
Yeah.
because I mean there's some trends that are cool,
Yeah.
obviously, but when it comes to like the brand identity, it needs to be kind of everlasting in the way that it needs to reflect your mission and your vision for that moment. Obviously, if you change up, you might need to do a rebrand, but it doesn't need to be a trend.
Mm.
Or I think at one point we had like monthly logos, and they were like, that's not really everlasting, or people were
Exactly.
copying each other.
Yeah.
So yeah. Another trend that we're seeing is the transparency between brands and creators.
Hmm.
There are a couple platforms like Clara for creators that are just showing what brands are paying people and for videos and for creator content. And it's really great to see that because we didn't have that before. In when it came to, as a brand, for example, paying for a creator, you didn't know what to pay them,
Yeah.
and as a creator, putting your rates, you didn't know what to put your rates as because there wasn't any information. So
Yeah.
now we're not only seeing for the pay transparency, but also like salary transparency in general. It's been a trend in a way, like quote unquote, because we just need information, and we cannot live in the unknown about getting paid. So it's really great.
That's very good. That's very good. Any creators listening, now you know.
And then we have gated content, which is kind of like subscription based
Hmm.
content where you
Yeah.
pay for things. We might have something coming with
We
Vero
might
for
have
this.
something. We might have. We're working on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
But we are seeing this trend because creators and brands are seeking a deeper connection
Hmm.
between their most loyal followers. Uh, Creators just want to own their audience, and they want to monetize it too.
And people want exclusivity, I think,
Yeah.
right now. Like what people want is like, okay, I know that you're creating all this content, all these things, but I want to make me feel special. I mean, I have a friend of mine, she has 100 and something followers, and she didn't know that she had subscribers on Instagram that are paying her. And she's like, does that mean that I have to create original content just for you guys? Like, what would you like to listen to? I saw her creating a story with another friend
Yeah.
who's a CNN reporter,
Uh-huh.
and it was hilarious. So the CNN anchor was telling her, okay, maybe you should do something like this and this and that for your subscribers, like,
Yeah.
but she didn't even know that she had them. So if you had the feature, be sure that you're giving something back, because people, if people are tipping you or giving you something, be sure that at least create some original content just for them. don't be like aloof and in another bubble of like,
I mean, people sometimes don't know how to do that, so
I
it's
know.
it's
Yeah.
totally okay.
Yeah.
I think the easiest one that I've seen is making a close friends on like if you're a brand
Hmm.
and saying, hey, like I'm gonna post original content here, so it's
Hmm.
easier for you to create. But you can also create a Substack or a newsletter or
Oh yeah, of course.
use different
Or
platforms.
something that we're gonna be doing here very soon. And I don't want to divulge anything, but we're gonna be doing something really cool. So yes,
Mhm.
yeah.
Really,
What
really cool.
else do we have here? Do we have something else,
No,
or shall we move on to the next question?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, what new social media features are trending right now?
Well, for me, I think Instagram, the scheduling feature has been amazing. We were waiting for that feature for years, and we finally got it. Now you don't really have to rely on scheduling platforms, although they're really useful. But almost each platform has this scheduling feature. I think TikTok is the only one that's missing on the phone, not on the
Hmm.
computer. But it's been really cool because you can, except for like cross-platform posting, Instagram schedule works amazing.
That's great.
I've heard that some creators do get lags with their schedule content, but I mean, it's kind of really new. You're gonna get bugs. It's okay. Just maybe inform Meta team
Mm,
and let them resolve it.
exactly.
Another one is TikTok Pulse, which is a creator marketplace in on TikTok. It's not very popular because there are some creators that have gotten really bad feedback from it,
Okay.
but it's very promising.
Hmm.
It's very new again. It's a new feature, and they're going to be improving it over time. But
Right.
it's very promising because brands can contact creators directly on the platform
Okay.
instead of relying on other platforms or other tools.
Hmm.
You can just do it directly through there.
Hmm.
And you have a list of creators that you can contact. So it's easier for
Imagine.
you.
So you have all these creators at your fingertips. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Imagine the possibilities
exactly. And you
if you
can create
actually use it
opportunities.
right. Oh, oh,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Opportunities and
you
call up.
yeah. So it's really cool.
Mm,
Again, it's not in beta, but it's kind of like very new. You might get some bugs, you might get
yeah.
a lot of
And
things that are
anything
not
in
right for
beta
you.
can, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another one that is very, very new is the gifts on Reels, on Instagram Reels for all creators in the
In the
US.
US, yes.
So it's only in the US, it's not anywhere else.
Full
So,
disclosure, Paula and I were in Spain.
yeah. So we don't get
We don't get it
it.
yet, but we will. We will at
Yeah,
some point.
exactly. But
Yeah.
it's really cool because it's another form of monetization on the
Right.
platform
Yeah.
and people are getting money from it. It's
Hmm.
kind of the same thing as the stickers on TikTok lives, I think. It's very similar. So again, Instagram copying TikTok. What's not new? But it's very cool that they're expanding their monetization
Yeah.
features for
Yeah.
creators.
I mean, they were bound to do it, I think,
Yeah.
because everybody's been asking for it. I mean, if Instagram would have come in strong like YouTube, for example,
Hmm.
that they already give you money monetization,
Hmm.
oh, they would have been reaching more people than TikTok.
Yeah, a lot of platforms are doing the partner program, like
Hmm.
the paying people. But oftentimes, like the best one right now is YouTube. At one point, we did have the Pinterest creators, and it
Hmm.
was really good for creators because they were getting a lot of money, like thousands of dollars. But they took it off beta. No, it's not available anymore. So,
Right.
yeah.
Why talk about that?
Another one is paid verification takes on IG. So Instagram is there's a whole market for people wanting to get verified and they paid money for it. Well, IG's gonna take it all for them. They're gonna say you can pay to get verified if you want.
Like
We're
Twitter.
taking them. Yeah, like TikTok, Twitter Blue in a way.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a little bit more pricey than TikTok,
For
Twitter
sure.
Blue,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're basically breaking up a multi-million dollar market
Uh-huh.
where these people are basically asking you money for verification and they're just taking the money for themselves.
Well,
Very
maybe
clever.
very clever. I don't know why they didn't think about that before. That for sure is going to bring in a lot of revenue.
Yeah.
That's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
And the last one is LinkedIn just updated their platform, so you now can schedule content. You can have carousels. You can have
Mhm.
videos that work as videos, like good videos, not as before. And one of the coolest things is now you can put a newsletter link in your profile because they want to boost those newsletters for from creators because we are seeing a trend where a lot of LinkedIn creators are being born and they're getting like 5,000 followers and all that stuff. So one of the things that creators are asking is having a newsletter to promote and kind of get their audience by them for themselves, not
So, do you
in a
think
social media platform.
that we should put our newsletter there?
For sure.
For
But I
sure.
don't know
Okay.
if it's available for everybody
Okay.
because
Okay.
a lot of the features oftentimes are in the US first. And
I'm
then,
obviously letting Paula take lead on all these things because she works with all these features and all these things. So if I don't know something, I'm gonna ask as well. Like, do you think that we should do that? Because yeah,
yeah,
and maybe you are listening to us and you're saying, interesting. Maybe I could create a newsletter and I could put the link on that. And then maybe because honestly, words get leads. So if you are connecting with somebody through email or a newsletter that is consistent, why not put it on LinkedIn if your audience is on LinkedIn?
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Yeah. So then we go to the last one, let's say, right?
Yes.
How would be the one tip when it comes to branding to help business owners grow their business this month? Like, what would be your one tip or recommendation that you would give them?
So yesterday I was watching this video by Dan Petty, which is the director of design of MetaFab, and NFT World, two very big companies. And he was talking about letting people, like businesses or freelancers, need to let people know they exist. If you don't communicate something, people won't know about it. So you need to let people know who you are, that you exist, that you're here. You can change their lives, and you also need to communicate your mission, your vision, and your purpose because a lot of people don't really do that. They're just like, hey, I'm a grocery store, buy from me. And it's like, but why did you create this company? What was the purpose behind it? And it cannot just be like, oh, I created this because I wanted to offer quality. That's like the most overused value in the planet. So you need to give me
Mm,
substance. You need to give me the fun. You need to give
yeah,
me like something to
yeah,
work with. And at the end of the day, growing businesses is playing the long game, not the short game. So with this type of things, like mentioning your purpose, your mission, your vision, everything, you can cultivate a community that will help you out in the long term.
Yeah.
So, for example, I'm getting leads right now that have been following me for 1, 2 years, and they want to work with me now.
Now. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's it. And I'm sorry to disrupt, but to me, when we say things like vision and mission and all these like marketing terms, for me, in a way, they were very much like old school, like
mhm,
old school marketing. And these mission and vision can be called differently. You don't have to call them like that. If you don't feel connected to that wording, you can use other words to express who you are, what you believe. So I think that use the word that you would think that it would actually connect with your ideal customers, with your potential clients, with your audience, because you don't have to call it mission and vision. You can be looking into the future or our background, whatever. There's so many names that you can come up, and I love using synonyms of
yeah,
words. I'm like, why would I call something the same thing? No, let's look at, synonyms, how to express that same feeling, that same word in a different kind of way. Because that's the whole point. We all want to be a little bit different. But it's true.
mhm,
What I've been saying for the last, I don't know, 2 years more or more is that if you don't say that you exist, how would people are going to buy from you? And that is
yeah,
exactly the bottom line of what you're saying. It's like, if you're not showing up, if you're not on social media, if maybe you don't like social media, okay, whatever. But if you're not showing up, if you're not putting out content, and if you're not letting people know that maybe you have a new customer, that you have a new offer, that you have, I don't know, maybe a new staff that is so wow that you want to share, or that you're having a special feature into something that you're doing, how would people know? We
exactly.
take for granted the things that we do, and we have so much content that we do as every day, and we take it for granted because we are living it. Like, how many times have I told you, like, nobody wants to see me work?
And I told you, people love to see that.
I'm like, how am I going to record myself if I'm going to be on my computer thinking? Like, what does that give somebody else? And actually, if
Inspiration.
my thoughts would talk, people would actually maybe understand what I'm thinking behind, right? So that's
Yeah,
why social media is so important. If we can put those words out there so that people can understand what we're saying, how we're thinking, how we manage, or how we dissect information, or how we approach things, or what are our systems. Hmm, it's content, and it's you're getting yourself out there.
you need to make what you say digestible for everybody. So a
Hmm.
5-year-old needs to understand what you're doing and what you're saying.
Exactly.
And that way people will buy from you and
Mm,
will become part of your community. And going back to like the wording of the mission and vision, you can call it objective or you can call it what you want to do in your business. And
yeah,
with vision, what do you want to be in 10 years, in 5 years, in 2 years?
you can
You
call it
can,
forecast. You can call it so many things.
exactly,
Yes, exactly.
exactly.
We don't have to be like everybody else. As long as you're
No.
putting out content, I think that's the key about everything.
But not only content, like when you go to your hairdresser and you tell them, hey, like you're having a conversation and you mention what you do for work, that's letting people know that you exist. It doesn't necessarily be in social media. And I was talking about this with my friends the other day. Like they were saying, oh, but I don't like marketing. And I was like, but do you tell people about your brand? Do you go and say, hey, maybe this brand could be better for this thing? They're like, yeah, like that's marketing. Marketing
It's so
doesn't just
funny.
have to be social
It's so
media.
funny. Yeah, exactly. It's so funny how we we create these things in our head and we said like, no, no, I don't like this, I don't like that. And and marketing is a bunch of things that you don't know that are marketing, really.
Yeah.
And if you're talking, if you're networking, that's already marketing
Yeah.
without knowing that that is marketing. Like everything that you write, everything that you say about your business, everything that you communicate to a client, that messaging, that communication, that's marketing. The person that is standing in front of the receptionist that is greeting a client, that is marketing. That is part of the customer experience of somebody, which actually we just
Exactly.
had a podcast last week about that. So, but yes, there's so
Shameless plug. Yeah. No, but also like your personality can be your marketing. I like the majority of my clients say, "Oh, you're so fun and you're so nice,"
mm,
and they recommended me because of my personality, and that's really cool. Fun.
yeah,
Thank you to all my
exactly.
past clients and my potential clients. But also, like I show my personality on social media because that's who I am, and
Exactly.
I cannot do anything about it. So
And that's the way, I think that's why one of the reasons I wanted to do this series on video is that I not many people get to see really who I am,
yeah,
And speaking to somebody that I have the confidence to talk about stuff that I do on a weekly basis, I think is a good way to show my brain, but also my quirkiness and my craziness, which I promise to get a better camera because I look so dark. Yeah.
and I look so rainbowy.
And you look flawless and glowing, and I look so dark. Ugh. But
And
well,
like
it
people
is.
don't know because people don't know that B or Beto or
Mm.
Veronica, she speaks Spanish, and like I would get one of my former teammates. He was like, um, but where's Beto from? Like, and I'm like, oh, she's from Venezuela. He's like, she speaks Spanish, and like your whole personality changes when
Yeah,
you're speaking Spanish
it's
here.
true.
So yeah,
It's true. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm funnier in Spanish or in English. I don't know. I just know that, yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
yeah.
It is what it is. Okay, my dear Paula, I think this has been a wonderful podcast to start with. I think we give a lot of knowledge. I think we spoke about, I just want to do like a quick recap on what we spoke about. I don't know why it's okay. We spoke about the marketing trends to watch out in February. We talked about social media features, and then we talked about the one tip that you should get. And that was to show up and tell people who you
That you
are
exist.
and promote your business. Say it. Everything is marketing. And I'm gonna leave it as that because it is what it is. Yes. I like how we ended this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I'll
you for
see you.
inviting me.
I'll see you next month.
Thank you
No,
for
well, actually, I'll
inviting
see you
me.
next week. But, uh,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Oh, watch out for Beto's content. It's gonna be really cool, and it's really awesome.
yeah. Thank you. I'm excited for what's coming. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.